Our problem here is the stranglehold by the government on manufacturing industry. We don't make anything anymore. I didn't tell you in my opening statement, but I work for Oxyvinyls. I work in a chemical plant. I'm a process control engineer. I've worked there 30 years. I can tell you in the last 30 years, the number of things that we have had to put in place to stay in business. These are things that we have had to put in place that have no return on your investment. If we're going to compete on a global scale, in a global market, we cannot stifle American ingenuity because of some environmental rule or regulation being imposed by the federal government. As your congressman, I will go up there and repeal some of these unscientific regulations that are being handed down to us. Those of you who work at Dow or at BASF or whatever manufacturing facility you work in, I know what you're thinking. I know what's happening. I know what's happening. I've been there, done that. This is a twofold issue. We also have the immigration issue. We have people who have come across the border because they want a better life. And if you guys were in the same situation, you got free education, free health care, and free food stamps, you can come too. We have to take that magnet away because that is hampering the American jobs. These people who are coming here through the back door, like I say, are coming in here and taking American jobs. Who better than a legal immigrant with the last name Gonzalez to get on the House floor and say, this has to stop? What are they going to do, call me a racist? So, it's a twofold thing. We have to, and I do have in my day one policy to cut corporate tax rate to 0 for the first 5 years, bring corporations back, and then gradually bringing the tax rate up to 9%, no more than that, because if we get about 10%, the government doesn't get more than 9%. Thank you.
Harper, and what is good for the United States is good for Brazoria County and good for District 14. We need to get government out of our lives, out of our business, and out of our pockets. To achieve these ends, I've broken it down into 4 areas. We need the long-term fiscal stability of entitlements. They are bankrupt. We need to reduce the regulatory demands on business. We need to cut taxes, and we need to reduce the budget deficit. And, well, I guess that's about it.
Felicia Harris, how many of you have felt the bullseye on Texas in the last 3 years? Yes? We got to get that bullseye off our back. That's job number 1. And we have to do it in 2 areas, quite frankly. Where are we is in this region the strongest, both regionally, nationally, and internationally? 2 things, healthcare and energy. We got to get jobs. The jobs start with getting rid of Obamacare. Everybody agree with that? I've talked to small businesses. They've told me that if Obamacare passes, they're going to either close their businesses or they're not going to hire any more people. I know this. They're telling me this. It's firsthand information. The other thing is we've got to support our healthcare industry, both in UTMB and all those other facilities at the medical center in this district. We all got to work together. So healthcare is number 1. Also, energy. All right, let's talk energy. What is this district made up of? Right? Offshore drilling, refineries, energy companies, businesses that support energy companies. Those are where our core jobs are. Do you know that the average income of an employee at the refinery is over $100,000 a year? You have some young guys and gals working on these refineries here at Freeport making very nice livings. We need to support that. Now, Keystone Pipeline is a key example of this President Barack Hussein Obama's bullseye on Texas. That pipeline was going to land right here in District 14 at Port Arthur. It was a no-question decision that he questioned to the end. Look, his 2 key policies are energy independence and jobs. Here's one ready-made, shovel-ready-made project. It wouldn't cost a single taxpayer dollar. He put the death knell in the coffin last week. That's ridiculous. And if you don't get your blood boiling over something like that, we have 20,000 jobs. Over 830 million barrels of oil shipped down here daily to support our energy independence and jobs. I don't know what would get your blood boiling. That's a simple solution, and no taxpayer dollars go to it. That small private industry, not big government. Those are my two objectives. Felicia Harris, for Congress.
Mark Mansius. To me, it comes down to a couple of issues, regulation and tax rates. Jobs are critical in this area, at least if the statistics I've looked at are real. But you have to get rid of the regulation of the federal government. But you also have to remember that the states are just as important in managing the regulation that they create. We have to keep government out of things where they do not belong. That's what I would do to try to help the local area. Thank you.
My name's Jay Old. If you look at this district, it's really an amazing place. It's 3 counties, 5 ports, petrochemical industry, the healthcare industry, NASA, a phenomenal economic engine in one of the most incredible economic engines, which is Texas, in the world. We have a better economy in this district than many third world countries. So the first thing we need to have is a leader who recognizes that and puts that to work for you. If somebody in Washington, D.C. wants to eat a banana, it came through Freeport. So let's remind them of that. Let's remind them of where those windmills, those liberals like, come through when they're coming into Texas and the United States. So you need a leader who understands your district, first of all, and who can advocate for it. Now, when we talk about making our economic world stronger and better here, I think of several different things. To paraphrase the country western song, there's a few things I'd like to take away. Okay? I don't have any gifts for you, but I'd like to take a few of those things away. Obamacare, Dodd-Frank, Sarbanes-Oxley. I'd like to preserve our ability to pass business through our tax code to our children, to future generations. I would like to preserve the mortgage deduction. I'd like to create jobs by providing training where it's needed. Take away regulation where we can actually grow when we have the opportunity and not lose the opportunity to build plants and facilities. Things like that, that this economic engine of Brazoria County can use, put to work a lot better than the federal government can when they try to create jobs or create a false economy by spending your tax dollars. Thank you very much.